Hello, this is Cynthia Sue Larson with RealityShifters.com and the Dream Vision 7 Radio Network. And today I'd like to talk with you about listening to intuition and feeling intrinsic goodness. The irrelevance of this has to do with the often unconscious bias that we give and preference we tend to give in Western civilization to logical, rational decision-making, and the idea that things that we measure, ideas that can be proven true or false because they're factual, verifiable, that we give a lot of preference to that. We tend to think that would be the mature thing to do, that would be the rational thing to do. The issue with that is that often when we focus on those measurables, we tend to lose sight of everything that has meaning, purpose, and value that typically is not measurable. So when you think about what you're living for in life and you write a list of those things down, pay attention to which ones are really measurable, that someone else could agree exactly whether you have reached that point or not, or if they're unmeasurable. Chances are pretty good that the things worth living for are entirely unmeasurable. So that's just the idea here. Then moving into intuition to figure out, well, how do we get back in touch with intuition if we've lost that? If somehow within our day-to-day lives we've become so focused on getting done the to-do list, accomplishing the things that we know we have to do to get them completed, that's where we need to take a look at this sacred gift of intuition and recognize that it's okay to put your life in charge, to put that intuitive decision-making process in charge of your life and let the rational mind be a faithful servant to the intuitive. I know that's a big leap, so you can just think about it today, just give it some consideration. Some of you that are already on an intuitive path, you're aware probably that being in nature is quite good for developing intuition. Listening to your dreams is quite good for developing intuition. And meditating is extraordinarily good for developing intuition. Once you start developing your intuition, some people immediately are confronted with what feels like external fears. And so a whole new world of concern is sometimes opening up at that point. And that's also to be expected, because what's happening is you peel off those layers of the onion within yourself as you're finding very hidden, some subconscious concerns and issues within yourself that you might be projecting onto the world without realizing you're doing it. This is where it really matters to start taking some time to connect with this sense of intrinsic goodness, to feel that in your life, to feel that everything that you're truly grateful for is a blessing, and that all of these blessings are intrinsically already there. They are something that you don't have to strive for to be on this beautiful earth, to be part of this beautiful world. That so many of the things that you care the most about, the people, the animals, the plants in your life that you care so much about, these are truly gifts from Divine Source. And the more you recognize that, what else are you grateful for today? It's possible that you can go into a very profound state of divine ecstatic bliss and reverence just from going deeper and deeper and deeper into this gratitude. And it's boundless. There's truly a sense of infinite, eternal wonder, splendor, mystery there. And to me, it's the source of true joy rather than some sort of ephemeral joy based on surface appearance or any of those measurables. And so this then becomes, to me, the key to truly developing intuition and living a meaningful life. So things you can do to develop this sense of profound connection and reverence is, again, you can be in nature. I think that's a wonderful way to make that connection. Just imagine that such a thing as divine, essential goodness, intrinsic goodness exists within you, within me, within nature, within all of us. And until next time, this is Cynthia Sue Larson with RealityShifters.com and the Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, where my podcast, Living the Quantum Dream, can be heard. Thank you so much.